Now more than ever, preparing for the future is relevant for all companies and organizations worldwide. It is about preparing for what is yet to come, but also maintaining a pioneer status. It is about disrupting rather than being disrupted. The future-proof methodology and mindset, which you will be learning today, is the process of anticipating the future and using different methodologies and activities to minimize its effects and maximize the opportunities by innovating. A future-thinking methodology called Becoming Future-Proof values uncertainty, and it relies in three different stages taken from the IDEO methodology: inspiration, ideation, and implementation. However, it has been translated into this diagram where the first point diverges and converges, but the second one diverges and converges thrice, meaning that it creates different futures so that we can pose different questions in order to find decisions and actionable insights. The starting point, or the point of departure, values the idea of Stuart Candy that says that future does not exist. And this is only to let you know that don't be worried about the outcome, but about the process. Step 1. The future of what? You need to decide or define the topic, organization, or target you will be foresighting for. Step 2. Defining the trends. Define 3 megatrends and 3 trends. The megatrends are the great forces in society developed that will likely affect the future in all areas, meaning social, economical, political, environmental, or technological. While trends, in contrast, is an emerging pattern of change likely to impact large social groups or even state governments and require a response. Step 3. Defining key drivers. Unlike the trends before, key drivers are unique to your organization or to your main problems. They are about defining which of the topics, resources, regulations, users, business models, routines, cultures, etc. are affecting or impacting your organization negatively or positively and are important to keep in mind when thinking about the future. If none of the topics on your left are alluding to your organization's concern, you can choose your own. Remember to think about what is important and what has the biggest impact. Step 4 is the possibilities landscape. And here it is most important to get creative and get co-creative. Write down the 9 keywords from step 2 and 3 and start mashing them up. Here what you want to do is join them together to complement each other. Mashups intend to pose bold, even unreasonable questions to speed up the thinking process. It is about identifying relations that will help you develop your scenarios in the next steps. After that, write them down. Choose which mashups you would like to focus on and write them in these blank text boxes. Now time to choose. Decide which of the 3 combinations will have the most impact outcome in the future of your organization. Don't be afraid of exploring the unreasonable or the improbable. Step 5. It's time to reflect on time. In this diagram, what you will be doing is choosing a time frame. We'll be starting in 2020, but you'll be ending whenever you see fit. And what you want to do is organize the 3 different mashups you created in the step before by determining the time frame at which they fit best. Step 6. Scenarios and framing. In this step, you'll be writing your scenarios. First, give them a title so that you can refer to them back. Then choose a time frame, from when to when they will be in effect, and then get cracking. When writing your scenarios, think about 4 things. First, people, users, or communities. Remember that this is the drive of your scenarios. Then think about the ecosystem of the environment, the situation at which the scenario will be occurring. Is it in your own organization? Would it be worldwide? How would it be connected to different stakeholders, etc.? Third, think about the place. Is it physical or is it digital? Or is it a bridge between the 2 of them? And finally, think about the processes and operations. How is the scenario working? How is it relating to other different scenarios? Or how is it relating to the other 2 scenarios? Is it building from the first one to the last one, or are they separate? After that comes step 7, which is scenarios and impact. Scenarios will have different impacts that they can be scaled in any way you find most appropriate. Think about the impact in terms of customers or of business or even technology advances. What you'll be doing here is identifying which of the 3 or the 3 who are most impactful to keep in mind. What you want to do is rate them, and rate them in similar categories so that you can compare them. If you feel that one axis is not enough, think about it in a two-dimensional sense. Step 8 is the how might we questions. And for this, you will need to do future challenges scenarios. For scenario 1, for scenario 2, and for scenario 3. You'll have to come up with three different ideas that represent challenges you will face when understanding the scenario. After that, let's think about the 3 scenarios and how you could prepare for each. Write down 3 how might we questions that identify the innovation challenges for each scenario. In step 9, we'll be thinking about probable, possible, and preferable. You should write down the 3 possible answers to each of your how might we questions you created above. And then we'll be rating them in how probable, how possible, and how preferable they are. Think about this diagram by Stuart Candy, where probable things reside in the possible realm, while preferable is just on the line of impossible. You're now ready to take action and become future-proof. And for the next steps, wait and see what's coming in the Innovation Portfolio Creation webpage. Thank you very much.